I used to wish my dad has money so I don't have to come to the street and hawk because it's not easy. And I used to wish my mom was really close to me so I can share most of my secrets with her and the rest.
This is Mary, a 21-year-old aspiring makeup artist. Mary is no ordinary girl, for since the age of 9, she's had to tackle the responsibilities of an adult. For 11 years, Mary has walked the streets of Abuja hawking one thing or the other, from sachet water to mangoes to granuts, among many other things, and has now settled on hawking banana. And for 11 years, Mary and her older sister have had to use the proceeds from their sales to feed 9 other people, her parents and 7 siblings. But with her older sister now in the university, Mary has to carry the burden alone. Clad in a long black dress, seated under a tree by her banana on a tray, Mary agrees to speak with me while waiting for passers-by that can turn into customers. She tells me how it all began.
I actually started selling banana because my dad lost his job. He was working at Julius Berger, so he got sacked. From there, we started selling, hawking to fend for ourselves. He wasn't able to get another job, so we didn't have any choice than to continue selling. So very early in the morning, as early as 5 o'clock, I'm already on my way, coming to Gariki here with my banana. Maybe, and I'll clean up the house and everything.
What Mary does is known as parentification. Newport Academy in the United States explains parentification occurs when parents look to their children for emotional and/or practical support rather than providing it. Hence, the child becomes the caregiver. As a result, parentified children are forced to assume adult responsibilities and behaviors before they are ready to do so. Nigeria's Child Rights Act 2003 states that every child has the right to maintenance by his parents or guardians in accordance with the extent of their means. However, in cases like Mary's, the child's right to maintenance by parents is taken away. During the 2022 World Day Against Child Labor, Nigeria's government expressed concern over the high incidence of child labor in the country, revealing that there are about 15 million child workers as of 2020, according to the International Labour Organization, ILO. Margaret Bolaji, Executive Director, Stand With the Girl Swag Initiative, says life skills are important, but there is a line to be drawn when it comes to giving children work.
Encourage parents to imbibe in their kids the entrepreneurial spirit and give them the skills. I mean, there's nothing that stops a girl from learning record keeping, how to sell things. These are life skills that the girls also learn from their parents. However, we need to draw the line when it becomes child labor, sending them on the streets, which we know is very hazardous to them. And a lot of girls have had to go through several cases of sexual and gender-based violence.
Mary is not alone in hawking the streets to feed her family. Taking a walk around Garki in Abuja, I saw young girls of various ages, 8, 9, 10 years, 12, 15 at most, hawking mostly granuts, while some carried cooked food to garages, parks, or the market. These girls wear heavy makeup and have to walk several kilometers to make 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira, which they submit to their mothers for feeding at home. I followed a young girl who couldn't be more than 9 years of age to a garage in Mabushi community filled with adult males. With this comes exposure to harassment, kidnapping, physical and mental health issues.
Then when I was in primary school, when I'm walking on the road, so on bike, all these bike guys can just pass and touch your boots like that. So most times we're walking, we have to be kind of protective of ourselves in case they touch us and the rest. And some men will just come and say, "Hey, how much is your banana? Let me just buy everything. Follow me to my house." I started being depressed from SS2, and up to now I'm still depressed.
Depression, as Mary has self-diagnosed, is part of the dangers of parentification Newport Academy has identified. Psychologist Aisha Buba, however, says healing is possible.
Healing is very, very much possible, right? Bad things happen to people, traumatic childhood experiences happen to people, right? But it doesn't have to consistently keep affecting you into adulthood. Starting to acknowledge how something is affecting you is a big step towards healing. You can meet a psychiatrist or a clinical psychologist, and if we're looking at Abuja, if you're looking at a subsidized plan, we can she can go to Karo General Hospital. There is a psychiatric unit there. So once she gets diagnosed, then they would prescribe a treatment. Will she need medications? Will she need therapy? Will she need both, or just one of the options?
To find out why parents would allow their children to hawk the streets, I visited Rukaya Musa, who lives in an uncompleted building with her husband and 3 children in Mabushi community. She says even though her girls are not up to age yet, money is needed for survival, which is why some families send out their children.
I do not have any work I do, and my girls do not hawk. But a few girls that live around here do. We need financial assistance to set up small businesses.
The Child Rights Act prohibits the use of children for hawking of goods or services on main city streets, brothels, or highways. Violation of this provision is punishable with imprisonment for a term of 10 years. But as straightforward as this seems, it is so much deeper than that. It reflects systemic problems such as family planning, education, poverty, weak social protection systems, decent work opportunities, and perhaps a decay of the traditional concept of it takes a village to raise a child. Yechen Nsasitu, Kiss FM News.